I want to spotlight Charles Bass. He's not one of my main characters, but he shows up a lot. Chuck Bass is that guy. Have you ever had a guy in your circle that could connect with everybody? He could have a conversation with a teenager, a toddler, and reason with a toddler, a professional person, a homeless guy on the street, gay, straight, male, female, regardless of your color, just an all-around guy that can connect with anybody. Well, Chuck Bass is that guy. So for me, it was my Uncle Charles. My Uncle Charles had a knack for being able to communicate with anybody. He was not intimidated. He was knowledgeable. If he wasn't a professional, then by the time you talked to him, you thought he was. He didn't play games. He was what he was. Take it or leave it. He didn't have tender feelings, but yet and still he was compassionate. He had empathy. He was everything to everybody. Top, middle, bottom, everything to everybody. Well, that's Chuck Bass. He is the guy that connects everybody because he knows everybody. Just like with my dad and with my Uncle Charles, wherever we went, whether it was the corner store in Bordeaux or the corner store in Springfield or a little dive bar in Memphis, he knew everybody. The farmer, the guy at the bait and tackle shop, well, you get it, an all-around guy. Well, that's Chuck Bass. And we're going to see a lot of him this week because, as you know, Miles, who's over here trying to holler at Elphaba, child, he just won't stop. But Chuck Bass is the one that told Mama Garden that Chuck was in town. Not Chuck, that Miles was in town, because when Miles got out, and you know from the last story that Miles was in jail. Yes. It was Chuck Bass that Miles contacted when he got out. You wouldn't think that these guys knew each other, but they do. Chuck can not only identify with guys, with player dudes like him, he can identify with his oldest son, Junior, and his youngest son, Greg. He can identify with all of these people over here. So we're going to see a little bit more from Chuck Bass this week. All right. So that's my character spotlight for today.